And I'll start us off here. My second pick is Stefon Diggs, New England Patriots wide receiver. Typically, you don't want to be betting on guys in their 30s, coming off an ACL tear, changing teams. But if you're going to bet on somebody to beat the odds, why not Stefon Diggs? Because he's already an odds beater. This is a guy that was a former 5th-round pick that has grown into, at one point, being an elite wide receiver in this league. And the reason that he has done that is because maniacal work ethic, true technician at the position. And I think last year was playing really good football before he got hurt. He was still over 70% success rate versus man and press and reception perception. That's part of the reason why I actually like that he's going to be playing outside for the Patriots instead of the slot. He played in the slot last year for the Texans because they needed a slot receiver. They went out and targeted Keenan Allen before trading for Stefon Diggs. So that was just a position they were trying to solve with a veteran presence. Didn't work out overall for the Texans offense. But again, I think Diggs in isolation still played pretty good football. So I don't totally know what he's going to look like now coming off that injury. But the last time we saw him, I think he was playing better than credited. And like, we want to find ways to get into this Patriots offense with Drake May likely breaking out in his second season. At the ADP for Diggs right now, which is, pretty cheap, 96th overall player in Yahoo leagues, I'm more than comfortable like thinking I can at least get a wide receiver 2 at that. Scotty, as the Patriots guy here, what do we think?
Yeah, I'm so excited about this team because, Mike Vrabel, right answer. Drake May kept his head above water last year when everything was failing him. And they did one of my favorite things, which is hire the offensive coordinator who failed as a head coach, right? Cliff Kingsbury did a lot of good things in Washington last year. Maybe we don't like him as a head coach. We like him as a coordinator. Josh McDaniels has been a failure. We're in Las Vegas right now. I mean, Josh McDaniels failed the Raiders.
I don't think he can come back into this.
I get it. He probably isn't welcome here, although I think I saw him at one of the 5-10 tables. But he can set up an offense. And he's going to have Stefon Diggs viable. And there's other guys in this team I want to draft. Pop Douglas, maybe. We talked about rookies in the second half of the year. Maybe Kyle Williams is one of those guys. Hunter Henry might be a valuable tight end. But Steph Diggs tied to McDaniels, tied to May. Remember, this is a team that won 4 games last year. Their win total is 8.5 right now. So there's a lot of helium on the Patriots. But you know what? Pump it in my veins, baby. I think the Patriots is the second best team in the AFC East. I think they have a chance to go to the playoffs. A lot of that's going to be May. I think a lot of that's going to be Steph Diggs.
Boone, I think you're the lowest of the 3 of us on Diggs right now.
So obviously the injury, talent-wise, no question. Coming back from the injury, I think is he one of those guys that we talked about earlier, who's going to come back, who looks great in practice film, but then is going to get out there and suffer an injury at some point, not make it through the whole season. I think there's a bigger concern with him at his age. But you brought up the win total. And as a Bills fan, I will tell you, Diggs wants to win. And if the Patriots don't actually make it happen this year, if they don't have that winning record, that's another thing I'm concerned about with him. Is he going to become a problem on that kind of team where it's not like it was with the Bills where they were ascending and going to the playoffs and becoming contenders when he got there? With the Patriots, if it's a slow burn and they're not quite in that area yet, I think that could be a bit of a worry.
Justin, they're the second best team in the division, though.
That is a low bar, brother.
Much, yeah. I don't know if that says as much about them as it does about the Dolphins and Jets.
Mike Vrabel constantly getting overachieving teams in Tennessee. I would be shocked if they didn't win at least 8 games. And I think they'll be in playoff contention in December. I'm going to stand by that.
Okay, wait. Not to totally derail the show here for a second, but dude, if they win like 6 or 7 games, that's a big improvement off what they were last year.
They're going to be in playoff. They're going to be in playoff contention while we're opening our Christmas presents. I'm telling you this right now. Right. Put it in bold print. Right. Whatever. I'll stand behind that. Mike Vrabel was the right man to get. I realized they made promises to Mayo and they had to wait a year on that. And the defense is going to be good.
Well, we'll see. Charles, any thoughts on Diggs, Patriots offense? Any players you like from this crew here?
Only Stefon Diggs, I guess. Maybe one of the running backs. I
was going to say, I almost thought about putting Travion Henderson in this exercise, not because like rookie running backs are generally not that risky of picks, but with the helium that guy's got in fantasy Twitter right now, he might be a damn 3rd-round pick by the time.
Has anybody won the preseason the way Travion Henderson is?
Jackson Dart.
Those are the 2 guys.
Yeah, that's it.
I feel like the Travion Henderson stuff, especially. I feel like we're getting way ahead of ourselves because I look at this Patriots offensive line. They have 1 guy, Will Campbell, and 4 turnstiles. Like signing Garrett Bradbury is arguably a downgrade. I mean,
the Vikings could not wait to get rid of Garrett Bradbury.
He's arguably the worst starting center in football, and that is not good for a rookie quarterback itself. But again, going back to the basketball analogy earlier, someone's got to catch these passes. It's not going to be Jalen Polk. So you're looking at what? Demario Douglas, Stefon Diggs is probably going to get a lot.
Kyle Williams is probably a guy, one of these like later half of the rookie season.
Pop had 66 catches last year. Draft Pop Douglas, please.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good player, but he might not be on the field all the time. That's the thing about Diggs. Like, he's going to be out there. He is a guy that does elevate quarterbacks. That's proven. As much as you Bills fans have a lot of scar tissue built up with the Stefon Diggs stuff, there's a reason that him and Allen ascended together, you know? And I do think that, like, we might get a Diet Coke version of that with Stefon Diggs and Drake May here. I think that Diggs is the type of precise route runner that go back to Drake May's time at UNC working with Josh Downs. They're not quite the same player, but a guy that's where he's supposed to be, technically precise, wins the ball despite being a smaller player. So again, I think that you can take him as your third or fourth, wide receiver 39 right now, your fourth wide receiver potentially, and maybe get wide receiver 2 production. If not throughout the whole season, maybe a pocket of this.
I'm calling it right now. New England splits with the Bills.
Okay. I mean, they do that every year.
Remember all this. Anybody listening, you can slam me on social media if I'm wrong. I'm telling you.
Okay.
This is going to be, they're going to be this year.
At Forverse, we'll be slamming you on social media.
I'm not even talking about the listeners and the Yahoo players. I'm talking about you three guys.
I know.
I promise you. I got no problem doing that.
Good. Thank you.
When they're 6 and 10, going into week 18.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll be taking a week off that week, but I appreciate it.